Hey, shop at Teesprings for all your goods merchandise. We got what you need. You need shirts? No problem. You need mugs? No problem. You ain't got no money? Problem. Get the red suit, get the monkey, raise some money, buy a shirt.
What the was that?
WTF? So, I'm pretty sure I don't have to do a lot of setup for this particular story, and I'm sure you've kind of seen it in the news, where over the last month or so, we've been seeing monoliths pop up throughout the world. But I thought it would be a great story for WTF if we kind of detailed how frequent this has been going on and how many that's actually popped up throughout the world.
Yeah, I'm actually curious because when I first saw the news, I had to Google what a monolith was. Yes.
I think we got the term from 2001, where they did the whole not prehistoric scene, but the the birth of man, and there was a monolith with the apes, something like that. So that's the first time we really kind of thought what a monolith was. But now, I'm not sure what these are.
It's just that when you see it in the movies, in the news, people keep talking about it as something like really weird from Area 51, related, something like that. So immediately when you hear about it, you think about aliens, but not necessarily it has to be for that. I don't know what is the purpose of it, but I mean, tell me what you know so far.
We're gonna touch on our thoughts about what the monoliths represent and where they may have come from, here or extraterrestrial. We'll get into that.
Okay.
But I felt like we needed to kind of go down the monolith history to kind of get.
So far, I have only known that it is only 3.
Oh my God, there are so many more monoliths than that. Yes. All right. So let's go back. Way back to November 18th. I'm gonna put in a nice little sound effect for that.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, I think in
if not, it's gonna look stupid for me to be doing that.
In that moment, I was like, what the fuck is this? I think that is the purpose of the news, but okay.
All right, so back in November 18th, in Utah, in their little Red Rock kind of deserted area, our first monolith was found. It was roughly around 10 to 12 feet. It was a triangle, and it was firmly embedded into the ground.
And it looked like a background from a Star Trek movie.
It did. It also pointed towards a little cavernous opening, so it made it seem like it was put there for a particular purpose.
Yeah.
Kind of like when you think about the pyramids and how they're being lined up with the stars, or Stonehenge and things of that sort. It was discovered by some of the, I forget what the guys are called, but it was discovered by the people flying the kind of concert, what do they call it? I'll put it down in the thing. So
I was gonna say
it was discovered from helicopter above.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So they saw it kind of like a glinting thing and went and landed to go to inspect it. Didn't know what it was, and at that point, that's when the internet found out about it.
Yeah.
And it started to become viral and make news.
So is it metal? Is it
It's it was, like I said, it was 3-sided. It was metal. It did appear to be man-made because they could see the connection points of where they kind of mended the metal together to make this shape. But it was very smooth and reflective, and it was out of the ordinary. It was put in a place to where if you knew it was there, was the only way that you were going to find it, and they found it by chance. So in doing so, in finding that, they did not want to release where it was at because it was a very hard and difficult place to reach, and they didn't want to have to deal with people going out there to try to see it and getting stranded or getting hurt and killed and that sort. But the internet, being the internet,
of course,
people in Google Maps decided to, based on the photos and the videos that were shown when they actually went out there and talked about it, were able to locate it on Google Maps.
I'm surprised how come
people.
I was gonna say that can be so creepy. Just for a small background and details, people can actually tell the exact location and coordinates out of some place.
Where are these people when we actually need real problem solved?
When we need to when we actually need to to find.
We have
like,
murders. Where you guys? Where you guys at?
Killer, where are you people? But okay.
So once the geolocation was located, people started to go out there to visit and take pictures and kind of have like their own moment with this mystery of the world. So in doing so, by November 27th.
Okay, so Utah was first one.
Utah. Wait, we haven't gotten that far.
Okay.
So by November 27th, somebody took it down.
Oh, I thought that it was the government.
No, the government was talking about taking it down because once we had the geolocation, people were starting to appear there. So they were like, hey, we need to take this thing down so that way nobody gets hurt. But before they could do it, because they even came out and said, like, we didn't do this, somebody came and removed it. So it basically overnight vanished.
Disappear?
So there was a guy that was out there.
How can you tell that it was somebody that removed it?
Because there was a guy that was actually out there right before it was removed, and he actually saw a group of guys go out there, and he recorded them a little bit, but he felt a little threatened by them, so he only got them actually coming out there starting to take it apart. And he didn't want to record anymore, but he did remember hearing them saying, and it's like, this is what happens when you leave trash in the middle of nowhere. So it seems like the local people around there were very unhappy about this monolith. So it does get removed. It was planted firmly in the ground, so they actually had to do some work to get this thing out of the ground. When looking back at the the Google Maps, it seems like this thing was planted back in 2015 or 2016, roughly. And it sat there for 4 years without anybody truly discovering this thing. So that's amazing that somebody would go through all these lengths for it to sit there, and they don't say anything. They just let it be found. So it was kind of cool for them to kind of see the viral moment when actually somebody found it. But that would normally be the end of the story. Yeah. Right? But like you said, there's at least 3 more.
Okay, which I thought
there's
that
at least 2 more, right?
Okay.
So on November 27th, that one was removed. It was caught on video. Mysteriously, the same day, it appears in Romania.
Oh my God, my thought right now was gonna say like, oh, the same people that took it probably put it like somewhere else.
Well, I mean, they would have to make a long trip to Romania to get this put up back again.
And is the exact same shape and everything?
It is triangle and it is tall.
Okay, but they cannot.
Different.
Okay, it is different.
It is different.
Okay.
This one seems to be more crudely made. With the first one, it was kind of like very like clean and stainless steel. It looked like something from 2001.
Yeah.
This one looks like there was a guy who had a workshop and he had some extra metal and he kind of crudely welded it together. You even see like swirl marks where he was trying to like clean up the metal to kind of make it smooth, but he did such a bad job. You see the swirl marks in it. It was so bad.
Probably he was doing it. Sorry for keeping interrupting.
No, okay.
I just started. Probably he was like, I mean, I'm going like to try to replicate the whole thing.
Right.
And he thought that he was going to have more time. But since the people like remove it, he was like,
it's like, I gotta do this today.
I need to do this like super quick. Yes. So probably that's why
gotta get this done.
Yes.
Good enough. Let's put it out there. So it was kind of tongue-in-cheek where like the tourism board from Romania were basically saying like, hey, there's a monolith out here too. If you guys want to come visit, please do. We would love to have you guys out here to come take a look at it. But just as the first one happened to disappear, this one disappears on December.
What happened? It disappeared. I'm just gonna give him so much crap about that from now on.
This one disappears by December 1st. So this one's only out there for roughly about 5 days. So on December 1st, they go back out there, gone.
Okay.
But this one wasn't as firmly planted into the ground, so you can actually see the dirt where they actually picked it out of the dirt. And it was like, it seemed like it was pretty easy. More than likely, locals are like, this is stupid, get this out of here. Or maybe the guy that put it up and he was like, all right, this is making my name look bad when I do this. But December 2nd.
I was gonna say that. So it usually appears like exactly on the next day, back to back.
It looks like that, right?
Oh, okay.
So December 2nd, it appears in California.
Oh my God, so back to the States.
It is on the, oh God, my writing is bad. It's up in the mountains, the Peru mountain, I believe that's what it is. I'll correct it in the little pop-up that'll appear there. Okay. Those mountains. It is once again looking as clean and as seamless as the previous
Triangle
one
and
was.
everything
No
the same?
swirl marks, no welt stuff and stuff like that. So this one is appearing to be like the original one, but this time it's more firmly planted in the ground as opposed to the second one was. People are once again flocking to this thing. Like, how did it disappear from here?
Yes.
Look really bad in Romania, and then appear again at its height and prominence, but now here in California, from Utah to Romania back to California. December 3rd.
Oh my God. Oh, so it only lasted one day?
December 3rd. It was not removed. December 3rd, another monolith pops up.
Oh, okay. So now we can confirm there are actually
There
more.
are now two existing at the same time.
Oh, okay.
This one appears in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, outside of a candy shop.
And okay, Pittsburgh, I would say that it's a really like crowded like city. So there's no cameras and nothing that it will show when somebody put it there.
They don't need it because the person who built this one was actually the candy shop owner, and he was just doing it for publicity.
Oh my God.
For his
I
candy
mean,
shop.
that doesn't count.
It is basically just a triangle. Looks like the original one. So there's a triangle just kind of standing there, basically to give promotion to his candy shop, to get
I
some
bet.
tourism over to where it is. So that one seems to not be as legit as the first.
You know what we should do? We should build one and put it like back here.
Right.
And it will give us like so much people that
Right.
it will, yeah.
The monolith has appeared here on the goods.
Yes, okay.
All right, so he takes credit for that one. So not too much thing on it. So we got one that appeared that seemed to locals have taken down mysteriously out there for 4 years. Mysteriously taken down. Appears in Romania. Seems like maybe one of the locals put it together. The other locals said this is trash. Let's get this out of here. Appears in California. Still standing at the time of me recording this.
Okay.
Still standing. Appears in front of a candy shop, taken credit for by the store owner. December 6th.
Oh my God.
Another one is found. This time in the Netherlands.
Oh, what? That is okay. That to me, that's so amazing. The fact that, like, I think that it's all internet, people. This is why the internet is such a big hit. Like, people will get crazy just to get publicity. But tell me
And
about
we're
it.
going to talk about those theories at the end. So this one appears in the Netherlands. The area where it was found wasn't really detailed when I looked this up, and as far as the history of where these have been appearing. But it was detailed to be found next to a small pond and like some icy areas. So it's in a weird spot, almost kind of giving it like some type of meaning to where it's been placed. But still remains at this time.
Okay, so far.
So far,
So
still
far.
remains at this time. So now, currently active, we have the California monolith, the Candy Store monolith, and the Netherlands monolith. These are three currently active monoliths that are out there right now. December 7th.
Okay, well, right the next day.
The next day. It is now in our great state of Texas.
Oh my God, we are part of history.
We are
I like that.
part of history.
Oh my God.
If you didn't know, The Goods is actually filmed here in San Antonio, Texas,
Yes.
which is 10 hours away from El Paso, Texas, where this
Oh, it's in
monolith-
El Paso.
It's in El Paso.
Oh,
so in a
okay.
sense, it's also kind of being taken credit for. You could say it can be a shared border between the U.S. and Mexico. I mean, Mexico's right there. the
Yeah,
US is-
it can be,
You know,
okay.
there you go. It is not a combination, but a joint effort.
I don't know, but still
The
we don't
aliens
know.
are trying to bring us together.
But we don't know who put it in there, right?
We do not know who put it there, but it has been discovered in a once again the details on the location were very vague. Was discovered in El Paso and then quickly removed.
Oh my God. Okay, I have so much theories in my mind right now.
So that gives us the one in Utah, the one in Romania, the one in California, the one in the candy shop, the one in the Netherlands.
I would remove the one on the candy shop.
The one in Texas, so that gives us about 6 monoliths.
Yes.
What's your theory behind
I
all
will.
this?
Okay, I will call it 5 because
All right.
I wouldn't
5
count.
monoliths.
Yes, I wouldn't
One
count the
whole
one.
handful of monoliths.
Yes, it's just that I like to watch like weird, outrageous like things that happen that you don't know exactly what's going on. So I really like those type of things. So first, like in my twisted mind, I would like to map it.
Okay.
and see if by making it like the coordinates or something
Oh, you do
like
the
that.
strings and the push pins and
Yes,
stuff?
and it will give you like a weird shape or something like that. I think that
Does it make a crop circle?
Yes.
Does it?
maybe it's a map for the aliens to come by and visit us, like something like that. So I would like to see it.
I'm a big fan of aliens, so I would love this to mean something in the grand scheme of like life and existence and alien beings and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure this is like the killer clown thing, where like killer clowns, one popped up and people thought it was creepy, and then everybody started to do it.
I really think so. I think that is what we're going through. Besides the first one, that is in a really like random place that you actually wouldn't think that it would be discovered or not. Other than that, I'm not so sure about the rest of them. I would have I think that right now people will go into above and beyond to get publicity. I would understand why, I don't know, Romania and the Netherlands like would have like put it there just to attract tourism, especially right now because of COVID and the whole thing. So I mean, I can see how was it. In a random place like it was in Utah, I just that gives me like the creeps and wondering why.
That is the only one that actually brings some doubt and question into it. Out of the other ones that you kind of see, it seems like they're pretty much copycat ones. Though the one in Utah sat there for roughly 4 to 5 years before it was actually found. Now, when they got close up to it, you could see connection points, or where they were kind of using like rivets to kind of put it together. So it did appear to be man-made. I will be upfront with it. But the simple fact that it's the only one that kind of leaves you a question to say like, what was its purpose?
Yeah, I think also that there's usually a really simple explanation behind this whole like conspiracy like theories and stuff like that. So maybe like the whole simplest explanation about it is what like
I want
somebody
some views.
maybe they were trying to do something weird out of the desert. They were trying to do something, and then because it was so big and heavy, they didn't know how to remove it, and they just kept it there.
They were
say,
like,
"Fuck
oh,
it."
this is nice. This is cool.
Yes,
We did it, guys.
Yes, nobody's gonna like give us like a ticket to put it here. Nobody will know, and like probably like they didn't know that far ahead in time you will get so much publicity.
And they're sitting around watching the news. It was like, oh, that's still out there.
We forgot about that shit. Yes.
We gotta get out there and take that down.
So I have come to the conclusion that a bunch of like really like conspiracy like theories, it's the most simplest like explanation out of it.
Okay. All right. So.
What is your thought about it? You think that it's something?
No,
like
that, like I said, the only one that gives me pause is the one that was originally made, and what was the point of it being made?
Yeah.
Was it an artistic thing? They were trying to do something in the desert. Did they do it? Like you said, didn't get the credit that they thought they were going to get out of it, and then forgot.
Yeah.
But that's still cool in itself because it gave us something to talk about, and it was an interesting thing. All the people that actually went out there and took pictures, it was like it inspired them to be a part of something. I like that aspect. Like your raid Area 51, we weren't gonna find aliens at Area 51.
You don't know.
But
have you been there?
I have not been there.
But
I know when they went there was no way they were getting through the gates.
You don't know. Maybe it was the same people.
But I like the fact that it inspired people to come together. It's like all the people to kind of have these same thoughts and feelings got to kind of get together and meet up and meet each other and experience something together. I like that aspect of it.
Okay.
I would have loved to have the opportunity to go, but people took it down. So
now you have the opportunity just
in
to
El
drive.
Paso.
Yes.
No,
just
they took it down in El Paso. They took it down in El Paso. That was down. I can't even go there either.
Okay.
See, Texas, y'all ruin everything.
Maybe again, like maybe eventually we'll show up like here.
Come on, here in the
goods.
goods.
Know. Yes.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe I might put that together. All right, so that's our thoughts on WTF. And if this is the first time that you're ever watching the channel, I always ask, why WTF?
Yes.
We do so many other videos on the channel, so many things that you might actually get something out of, as opposed to me going through my whole extraterrestrial experiences and conspiracies. I really didn't tell you my experiences. Maybe we'll talk about it in a different video.
Experiences.
We'll talk about
that
it
would
in
explain so much.
A different video. A different video. That's why you
Okay.
see me like clench up when I sit down.
I know.
But if you have watched us
That
for
would
WTF,
explain
we
this.
We appreciate that. Please make sure you subscribe as well as click the notification button so that way you're aware of all the other good videos that we do on the channel. As well as please donate to our Patreon so that way we can help get better. That will appear there. And if you want to buy some of our merch, we do have merch in our merch store at...
Not me, the shirt.
She's not for sale yet. Teespring.
Yes. Oh my God.
We're not hurting that bad.
Okay.
At Teespring, which that link will also appear here too as well. So for Art and Manny who weren't able to make it today, I'm Terrence.
And I'm Carla.
And you guys take care.
Real quick, if you're still here, because we do these into the video little blooper things. If you're still here, look down. There's a link here for Patreon. If you guys like the show, please give us money. Give us money. We'll take a penny. We'll take a nickel. We'll take a dime. We'll take $1. We have some stuff on there that we're giving away on Patreon if you do contribute, because trust me, we need help. We need help. We want to buy new equipment, and we need an editor. Somebody who doesn't have to stay up in the middle of the night. Or they don't have to stay up in the middle, but I won't have to do it. So please, down, patreon.com/thegoods. It's in the link. Please do it. We appreciate it. Top flight.